Autumn is in the air. Pumpkin beers are on tap, and our friends at Manscaped are here to make sure that you don't carve your pants pumpkins while you're grooming. Make sure that you're keeping things fresh this fall with the leaders in male grooming and their brand new 4th generation performance package. Boys, get ready for a cuffing season like no other because you can join the 2 million men worldwide using Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping using promo code WGG. It's time to bundle up with the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0. Inside this package, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all those tricks. Maybe a couple treats, too. If you're looking to get extra cozy this fall, and, I mean, who among us, you know? The new Lawnmower 4.0 is essential. Similar to how you pronounce e-sports, you got to make sure that there's like a little space in there, or like a hyphen. Make sure that the E is is lowercase and the sports is capitalized. So it's essential, lowercase e, capital S. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin safe technology. There will absolutely be no Michael Myersing your junk with this bad boy because you couldn't cut yourself if you tried. Actually, don't try to do that. Don't go out of your way to just don't do it. And also, but you couldn't because it's advanced skin safe technology, so it's by nature and by name safe for your skin. It's also waterproof and has a 4000K LED spotlight, so it can even double as a candle to light up the jack-o'-lantern on your doorstep or in your pants. Finally, you can seal the deal with Manscaped's liquid formulations. The Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant doesn't come in a pumpkin spice scent yet, but we are working on it. Trust me, the WGG Global R&D Labs are working on it. Last week we put liquid paper on a bee, and it died. But we're getting there. Science. It takes some time. After you're done trimming your pumpkin patch and whacking your leaves, give your balls a boost and use the Crop Reviver. I spritz some on the old beanbag before every episode, and that's how I feel so fucking lively and beautiful and effervescent like I always do. So get 20% off and free shipping with promo code WGG at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with your code WGG at manscaped.com. Make your balls a priority this fall. You know your balls are always our priority. So choose Manscaped. Your balls will thank you. We'll thank you. Your balls will thank you. We'll thank your balls. And enjoy this episode of Not Nothing Gaming Podcast.
Fight!
I'm muted.
You're muted.
Oh shit! My God, the timing wasn't there. I muted myself at the intro. I'm gonna.
You don't have to. There's no audio inputs during the intro.
And no one said a word anyway.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to be extra careful. You know what I mean? Sometimes. Never mind. We'll talk about contraceptives some other time. Where was I? Yo, welcome back to Not Another Gaming Podcast. It's your boy Papa Dom. We are here live, direct, and handsome as fuck, just like we always are, for episode 253 of everybody's favorite gaming podcast on the internet, including Al Gore, who invented the internet. We know he's listening. Shout out Al Gore. And we're back. It's live, direct, beautiful, saucy when we need to be, and gentle when we should be. We may have these rough exteriors, but we're actually, we this is just like a gentle caress for your eardrums every week. And this week we're giving it to you a day early. So speaking of people who give it to him, my first co-host, when he's not brewing himself some Earl Grey tea, he's giving your favorite esports journalist the motherfucking business by beating them to the punch on all the gaming, esports, and influencer news that you care about. The future of a member of the future Game Awards Future Class 2021, and of course Esports Awards 2021 reporting Rookie of the Year. We're gonna write him in, my friend and yours, Chris P. How the fuck we feeling?
Feeling great, Dom. I'm feeling so good, and I'm happy to be back. Episode 253, it's your boy, and I think we have to change up the intro because I am busting out of my white shirt in that intro, and I don't like the look of it. I never really looked at it close up. I don't like it. Like the lower guts kind of pushing through the buttons. Not a good look. And I'm in a suit. I mean, it's like kind of like a
Yeah,
catfish. I don't
tough.
look like that.
Yeah,
You know,
you
I
look
don't
good.
look like that.
I'll be honest. I got a really tight haircut that weekend, and it looked like I was fucking super balding. I'm only balding, but it looked like I was super balding.
Yeah,
So maybe,
Supercuts fucked you up that week.
yeah, supercuts did fuck me up that week.
Damn,
You asked for the boy
you got the
special.
number
They
two.
gave you the. They said let me get the boy special. They gave him the old man special. Took too
Yeah.
much off.
Damn.
But no, I'm happy to be here, feeling good. It's your boy, Crispy, the tallest and the lankiest boy.
That's what happens when you order. That's what happens when you go to a barbershop that has a value menu. My next co-host is a man who, and listen, he's given himself not enough credit because he does have some beautiful curly locks on top of his head, and if it were possible, this man has also consumed negative amounts of anime in his life, and that's what keeps his hair so lush and vibrant and fluffy. He's a man who will predict your favorite streamer's next move, decline bench their entire body and PC rig, and then add 2 more plates and bang out another 10 reps just for fun. No mid-size sedan is safe when he is in the building. The ever Bobsative, the inevitable Dr. Bob. What's good, baby?
I did used to have curly hair in high school. Like when I used to grow my hair out for lacrosse season, so you throw e- every
Big
single
lax, bro.
every day before practice, before a game, run into the bathroom in the locker room, wet the hands, wet the hair, throw it all the way back, put the helmet on, busting out the back, and it curled. It was very curly.
Ooh,
But I don't let my hair get that long anymore. So
call that a Malden waterfall.
yeah,
We call it.
I mean, I guess yeah.
Is that what they call it? I don't know. I
I-
didn't know that was a thing.
I
did
like to
play-
refer to mullets as a Kentucky waterfall, so I guess we can call a lax flow for a kid who went to a Catholic school. Malden waterfall.
I did go to high school in that city. Yeah, true. But the last time I was in Malden, I was asking if anyone knew Brad. Nobody knew him.
No
Yeah.
one does know him because
Nobody
he's
knows
like
Brad.
he's not good at his job. He's a janitor at like a local burger shop, and he just disappears for too long, smokes mids at his house, and overdoes his lunch break.
Smokes regular Swisher Sweets like without weed in them, like just
Yeah.
straight from the pack. Brad's on his 9th Swisher Sweet of his shift, and he forgot to clean up under the fryer later. Oh my god, unbelievable! That's crazy. I know. Wasn't Pete? Didn't Pete come to town last week?
He did, but we'll get into that in the
All right.
weekend recap.
All right, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. But I mean, I can only imagine that when Pete came to town, more people knew him than they knew Brad, because nobody knows Brad in his hood. But
100%.
we'll get right into it. Let's just get into a little weekend recap, shall we?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Chris, I'm waiting with bated breath here. How was your weekend?
So it was a tough one. It was fun, but it was a one and done weekend because we went way too hard on Friday. So Lil Bo Pete, a beloved member of the WGG community, came up to where we live, and he was going apartment hunting because he's getting relocated for work, and ended up finding that place. I was like, all right, I'm gonna show him the local spots that night. For some reason, Boston Brad tagged along, right? And I was like, all right, like we're a couple 20 somethings.
No way.
Oh, Brad was there.
Let me set the mood.
So, hey, it's lit.
Okay.
So the crew was myself, Pete, Brad, Pepsa, Scrap, and I believe that was it.
Okay. You're gonna tell me everybody got together, and I got screwed over that weekend? Ridiculous.
Well, here's the thing. This is what I'm getting into, which were a couple 20 somethings, and fucking dumbass Brad was like, oh, what can we do? Let's go bowling. What are we, 13? Bowling. So I was like, I was trying to get out of it. I was telling Pete while he was at my house, I was like, I'm gonna get us out of bowling, don't worry. But before you know it, oh, and Kenny was there too. Sorry. Sorry, Ken. And faded on the bowling alley. And then, I mean, what's next in the bowling alley? A local watering hole that we talk about pretty frequently on the show. And we had to show Pete the bar. And
Oh, you went?
Oh, we were there until the lights came on, baby.
No way.
We were there until the lights come on. I couldn't find Pete. He was out in the corner hanging with like local friends and stuff, just like having a blast over in the corner with like 15 people. Everyone loved them. Crushing Bear Tower was a really good day. Saturday was supposed to be the really fun day, like a big day thing at my house. Meats, booze, you name it. And everyone just called it quits the next day. Like, no, like Pete was literally stayed in his hotel room and ate an edible and watched college football while he was visiting.
Wow,
Like,
he swears
I'm
he's
not
you
coming.
at PAX East.
And he couldn't come out. I was happy. I couldn't get out of bed. It was just brutal, but it was really fun to see Pete. Other than that, I did not do much. I was just kind of licking my wounds for the rest of the weekend. But yeah, that was me.
Wow. Wow. Bert, how about you?
Yeah, so we all collectively made plans to go out on Saturday. So I preemptively made plans with my girlfriend on Friday to make sure I was free and available on Saturday. And yeah, I hung out with my girlfriend on Friday, found out everybody went out on Friday, and then I played New World all weekend.
Well,
Oh
Friday was
boy.
supposed to be like the low key day. It was supposed to be like, all right, like just warm them up, and
Yeah,
then
I heard there were a couple Loki's.
and then fucking yeah.
Oh!
But then Brad, for some reason, thought that like Town Line still had the money machine, so he wanted to go there and try to fucking rip them out of some money. And before you know it, we're bowling next to people that were bowling 300s next to us. Scraps throwing at 35 miles an hour down the lane. Kenny was getting thrown down the lane by the bowling balls. It was just, it was insane.
You
but
use Kenny
absolutely-
as the bumpers on the side of the
yeah,
of the
just,
lanes.
just laid down.
Oh my god.
Just laid down.
Jesus.
But yeah,
Christ.
it was supposed to be low key, but it wasn't because the WGG/Del Vecchio softball team won the championship that night, and they came there to celebrate. So they came there to celebrate, and one thing led to another. 1-2 had a few, and Pete was sleeping on my couch.
Ain't it always? Doesn't it always just unfold like that? What a
I
tragic.
do be like that.
What a tragic happening. As for me, had a bit of a unhealthy weekend myself. Had a rehearsal celebration for the wedding that I'm heading to tomorrow. Be flying out of the country tomorrow, so next week's weekend recap will be much better. But had it was a lot of family there, which was great. A lot of cousins from my wife's side who are awesome people, like super funny. Just love to party, love to get down and like party till the lights come on, as we like to say. So green tea shots were happening. There was a lot of them in motion, and we went to a local dive bar that one of our family members like bartends at part time when she's not like doing her like nursing thing. So everybody knows them in there. Unlike when you go to like Brad's Hood and nobody knows him, everybody knew them where we were. So it was crazy. I mean, I'm gonna like just go into really explicit detail so Brad can get an idea for what it looks like when you go somewhere and people know you. I mean, and they're celebrating their wedding, which is in a couple of days. So literally, there are bubbles. If you're familiar with the concept of bubbles on the bar, they're basically little upside down shot glasses, which mean that you have a drink coming. That somebody's like, oh, somebody gave you. It's like they do it like VFWs mainly, and I know that because I've been to a couple VFWs in my day. But they were doing it at this dive bar too. They had a bunch of these upside down plastic shot glasses on the bar, and they're like, this person bought you a shot, this person bought you a shot, this person bought you a shot. And this was going for all of us, by the way. This wasn't just for the two of them. They knew that like the five of us were there with them, and so there was all these rounds of shots. I don't know if you've ever played. Chris probably hasn't, but Bob, if you've ever played like not Dr. Mario, but like Tetris, when the other person does like this crazy combo and all like the clear blocks drop on top of yours, it was like that, but with shot glasses. It just went like this super combo on one screen, and then and there's 9,000 shots lined up for us. So needless to say, nobody felt great the next day. I felt like, as Chris likes to say, mulch on Sunday, and I had my 1-year-old nephew's birthday party the following day, which I had to drive a very far way for. I literally pulled up to a Red Robin at 11 a.m. because I couldn't find a Starbucks to save my life, but came across a fucking Red Robin, had a bacon cheeseburger with a fried egg. At 11, it slapped. I've only had Red Robin like once in my life. I'm fucking tripping all over my lettuce today. I've only had Red Robin once in my life, but their fry seasoning is crazy. I was ready to put a couple of my car keys.
Red Robin.
Yum.
Yum.
Pretty good.
That was fucking
Pretty
money
good.
right there. I'm the best rapper of all time. Real shit.
Yeah.
Music. I'm a musician. I am known.
but it was good. So, but going to a birthday party, just as the mad hungover uncle was not a good look. My aunt's there, my uncle's there. You know, he's like, Jesus Christ, look at you, pull yourself together, will you? And I was like, I showered, I pulled myself together, I was as presentable as I could be, but I looked like my skin was sliding off of my face. I was just like melting. So not great, but spent the rest of the day.
Those are the you're lucky I made it here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, listen, take the goddamn birthday present. I was like, I'm here. But yeah, my brother came up to me and he was like, "Oh, try this. I got this new whiskey. Like, you want to try this?" And I'm like, "Dude, don't even. I can smell it from 10 feet away." I was like, "Please do not put that anywhere near me. I cannot touch alcohol today. Just can't do it." But he
But
understood.
did you touch alcohol that day?
No, I didn't. I literally couldn't. And I'm normally a hair of the dog guy. I normally am a hair of the dog guy. If I'm even relatively hungover, I will, do a couple sips of beer, and I'm like, all right, the vision is starting to clear up. The fog is starting to lift. It wasn't happening. I couldn't stomach it. I literally had like a Diet Coke and a water. I couldn't even finish my coffee. I felt like
Bro,
it was
when
bad.
you're hungover, a nice cold DC. Come on now.
Ooh, a little fountain Coke.
Oh, a little cold DC. And I want to say one thing. I play Tetris. What are you talking? Of course I play Tetris.
Chris, can you blame me? But yeah, so that was it. I mean, tough. It was tough. I mean, if I can't, Jesus, Ken goes, Brad's hairline looks like a Tetris board.
Oh, yikes.
Yikes.
Damn it. If it had like
Yeesh.
half circles.
Jesus Christ. The money machine, what a throwback though. The town line money machine. Good lord.
Bro, if that was still there, for the people that don't know, it's
Just
like
cover yourself in Gorilla Glue.
No, this is 100%. I'd probably get kicked out for doing it, but like, there's a bowling alley near where we live, and they used to have this thing called the money machine, where if you went there on your birthday, it was like a box, and it had a bunch of fans blowing and stuff, and it was fake money. And every fake dollar you like got paid that amount of money. If I did that nowadays, I would literally lay on the ground. I would just lay on the ground and shove it all in my pocket. I'd walk out of there a millionaire.
I'll be honest, I don't think I could fit in the money box at this point in my
Oh,
life.
that thing was probably snug as fuck when we were kids.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't know if
that
I
might
fit
play,
now.
Bob. That might play though for more money.
You're a
I mean-
wide target, and you just
literally
go like this.
and
Yeah. Or get a
I don't
hoodie
know.
and just open it up like that.
I think I might just stop the fans from working.
True. All
I
right,
don't think it would be blown upwards.
before we get to our topics, just want to do a quick plug for our Patreon, because this episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast is also brought to you by our Patreon. We've just relaunched patreon.com/wickedgoodgaming, which is an optional subscription service that gives viewers a chance to go above and beyond to support the show. This Patreon puts no money in our pockets and instead allows us to properly compensate the people who have been contributing since day one for free, with nothing other than the belief that this brand could be something. It's bigger than us. They deserve the love, and so we are dedicating this Patreon relaunch to them. Consider checking out patreon.com/wickedgoodgaming today and supporting us and them in exchange for some pretty sweet exclusive benefits, merch, content, and more. So we're going to get right into it. Packed week. A lot of shit has gone down. A lot of big things are going. Shout out Chet Hanks. Chris, there's two big stories that pertain to Twitch. But do you want to lead us off with the biggest news?
Yeah, we'll start bad and then go good. All right. So today it has been confirmed from Twitch themselves that there was a major data breach within their system. Within that data breach, there was a list of streamers' incomes, which we will get to. Let me just kind of bring it full circle. Streamers' money that they have been paid out from Twitch. There was also a leak of a Steam competitor by Amazon, passwords, and source code for all Twitch's applications. The reason I said I wanted to come back to the income one, or what Twitch is paying their streamers, is it has been almost confirmed that it's not accurate. Sources at Decerto, they posted a blog today. They said that does not take into consideration exclusivity deals. When you get an exclusivity deal from Twitch, apparently, allegedly, reportedly, it's different how you could work it. You could ask for more upfront, which means you get paid less on your ad revenue and kind of what they pay you monthly and stuff like that to kind of bring that amount of money full circle. But everyone has been petrified today because as soon as Twitch came out and they said, like, yeah, this is real, we had a data breach, everyone's like, change your passwords, change your Amazon password. So if you're listening to this and like this is still going on, change your Twitch password, set up 2-factor authentication, change your Amazon password, change your stream key if you stream, all that stuff. But giant data breach. And within that list, this is one thing I want to throw out there now, and then we can kind of open it up. There was one person on that circulated list, and the name was __unknown __, which to me screams you run a little Excel kind of format,
There's
and
one
that goes to show you that that name does not exist on the platform anymore.
There can only be one.
It can only be one, and it can only be the two-time Dr. Disrespect, who from August 2019 to date has been paid, if this is him, allegedly, I mean, this is just us just kind of speculating, $2.8 million from Twitch from August 2019 to now. Number one on this list, once again, take it with a grain of salt because these numbers probably aren't accurate, was Critical Role, pulling in $9.6 million. Number two, XQC at 8.4. Summit 1G at 5.8, Tfue 5.2, Nickmercs 5 million. And then it kind of keeps going down from there. Critical Role at the top of the list.
Yeah.
Kind of love that. But yeah, so that's kind of what's happening today. Huge data breach that started on 4chan, believe it or not. And it ended up, I know, but a lot of stuff that goes on there is just not true. And come to find out, Twitch put out their tweet today saying, yep, they can confirm that the breach actually did happen. Have not heard anything since, but very scary day on the internet. And now Twitch streamers have in their titles on stream their number on that list. So like depending on what their income was on the list, like right now XQC has number 2 as his Twitch title, Myth has number 128, Pokemon has number 39, and Ludwig has number 6. So they're all referring to themselves like this is jail, and it's like their jail numbers.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, so that's the gist of it.
Not good. Not good. I think I said this like 2 weeks ago, or maybe even last week when we were talking about New World. Twitch is owned by Amazon. Amazon owns like fucking half the world's internet servers. Figure it out. You should change, if you have anything linked to Amazon, you should change your password. So that counts for Amazon itself. That counts for like a Nest or a Blink, whatever the cameras are. Twitch. Put on 2FA. You should have 2FA on everything. I know it can be annoying, but you know what's even fucking more annoying is losing your data or having your data be compromised or like getting your identity stolen. That's way more fucking annoying than having to go beep, yep, it's me on your phone. Especially on Twitch where like you can use the Authy app or you can get text or whatever. It's dead easy. It takes 2 seconds to do. So just do it. It's a part of everyday life. It's just like, just think of it like, you're getting your keys out of your pocket when you walk up to your front door. Like, keep the keys on you. Don't let anybody else have them. And also stop using fucking password for your password. Because I guarantee that there's still some streamers who are fucking using, password 123 as their password, or like their first name. Also, while we're talking about security, please stop answering the fucking password hint clickbait shit that comes up on Twitch, Twitter, or at Facebook, where it's like, your rap name is the street you grew up on and your dog's name, your first dog's name, or something like that put together. Like, you might as well just say, your robot name is the last 4 digits of your credit card number and your mother's maiden name.
So on this 4chan leak, this is where it originated from. And since then, the post has been taken down. But the leak itself was 125 gigs of data from Twitch. And
That's
this is the
now.
it's everywhere. It's everywhere. And like on 4chan, it was, you could just press download and you have it. So billions of people have this. But they wrote at the top, this is what the leak was worded as. We bring you today an extremely poggers leak. Twitch is an American video live streaming services that focuses on video games, live streaming, yada yada. Their community is also a disgusting, toxic cesspool. So to foster more disruption and competition in the online video game space, we have completely pwned them in one part, and we are releasing the source code from almost 6,000 internal Git repositories, including blah, 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 blah. And then at the end, Jeff Bezos paid $970 million for this. We're giving it away for free. # do better, Twitch.
I think it's funny that 4chan is saying they foster
I know.
disgusting and hatred.
Yeah, no shit.
Like, what do you... What's worse? Like, this is an actual question. What's worse, Reddit or 4chan? Because I feel like both are pretty neck and neck for like the worst forums for online internet use.
Oh,
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, 4chan is probably the. There's like. Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's probably 4chan, but yeah, Reddit's up there. You know, toxicity wise.
It's nuts. But think of the leak this way, right? In my opinion, this is the tip of the iceberg. Because if they were able to get information from streamers, they were also able to get information from Twitch themselves, I feel like. So they would have access to like tax information and shit like that, maybe. And then on the streamer side of things, yeah, they could have come up with this dollar amount that they were paid, but they also have access to all these passwords. And with attached to these streamers' names, if you can find out how much they're making, there's probably some sort of a tax document attached to that that kind of gives away your address and shit like that. That's a huge, huge safety risk.
Yeah.
Gigantic safety risk.
Yeah. I mean, it's
I don't think.
probably like these streamers are probably like if they were smart, they would be changing their passwords on everything. You know, they have all these kind of like brute force type, bots that will try passwords that will like guess, their thing based on their name, based on like where they're from. Like it'll guess password hints and shit like that. The streamers like Nickmercs, for example, who has like a team of people working for him. Not so much like Tim, for example, who has Gab. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Gab.
Not so much like Tim or something who's like a one man streamer. I mean, even though he's not on the platform anymore, or like even like Pokimane, who's probably a one woman streamer. It might be a little bit more difficult for them to keep things secure. They don't have anybody advising them on it. But like still, if you have a platform that's that big, you just need to be all the more careful. But also, this stuff could have come from somebody internally at Twitch. This could have came from somebody higher up, or somebody with access to this information. Maybe a database person, somebody who works on the Twitch security, stuff like that. All it takes is one person, and then boom, you're in everybody else's. They don't need to log into everybody individual. Like these people didn't all get hacked. The platform did. There was a data breach on Twitch itself, and that can come from somebody with a Twitch email clicking a fake link. It could come from somebody answering a 2-factor authentication text when it wasn't legit. There's all types of manners, or even like going to like an airport, for example, and using public Wi-Fi and just having somebody access their information. I literally don't bring my work laptop with me when I travel for that reason. Unless I'm like connected to the VPN when I leave the house, so that way the second I connect to the airport Wi-Fi, I can VPN right back in. But if I can help it and it's not like a work trip, my work shit is not coming with me, and that should go for everybody. You probably should not do that if you are traveling. Public Wi-Fi is fucking dangerous shit.
It kind of like there was more to it. There was a couple little hacks too, which I don't know if you could even consider this part of that, but it was just funny how it all happened this morning. And no one was talking about this for some reason. The New World's Instagram account was hacked, and the person in charge was posting just like viral gaming clips, like it was like your typical aggregator gaming account. And they were like, "Yeah, we're changing this account around. Like we're gonna make it like this now, blah blah blah." The account's now private, but that got hacked on top of it. But
Yeah,
like
that was
what you were
Twitch,
saying,
Twitch credentials too.
yeah, but like what you're saying is these individuals didn't get hacked. Twitch got hacked, and you know damn well that a company like that doesn't just have a normal password that you can guess. There's steps to it. There's fucking software that they have put in place. They have to. So it might have been an employee who wasn't trained properly on cybersecurity or how to not fall for the most obvious phishing attacks that get sent to your email to test you. Or maybe they paid Nickmercs so much that they, forgot to, they had to lay a couple people off, didn't fill the positions yet in cybersecurity. Who knows?
Maybe there is a job deficit in that space. So
yeah, but it's bullshit. And like, I'm curious to see if any lawsuits come out of the misuse of people's information, or like not misuse, but like letting out their information.
There's no way. The only thing that's going to happen is everybody might get a potential email at some point in the future saying like, "Hey, sign up for this Twitch data breach compensation package where everybody gets $45." Like That's what it's going to be.
You got a Twitch gift card.
What people fail to realize is this happens every 2 years to each individual major platform. Like, what was it? 2 years ago was Pandora. 2 years before that, it was Sony. It happens to every major platform. I don't understand why people are running around like grabbing their belongings, fleeing the city like there's a fucking tsunami on the way. This shit happens. We're in the age of the internet where all of your information is posted everywhere. If you don't know how to protect it, that's your fault. If Twitch doesn't, if you're signing off on the user agreement, that end user agreement of, yes, this is my information. I clicked on this. I would like to access Twitch now. You are now putting your information in that company's hands. You've done that through Pandora. You've done that through Sony. I think Microsoft even had a breach at one point in the past couple of years.
I mean, Facebook just had one.
Exactly. So
Like, 2 days ago.
It doesn't matter the scope. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter that it happened on Twitch. Clearly, I mean, obviously, the large content creators should be aware of these things, and of course, you know, personal issues can come into play if people do find out where they live. There's a lot of shit that can go down negatively that impacts that. But 9 times out of 10, none of that shit happens. Like 9 times out of 10, your data gets breached, and it gets sold to the highest bidder. All of your information gets sold to the highest bidder. So you know what we're gonna get over the next 3 years? Twice as many fucking scam calls, twice as many fucking scam emails. It's just, hey, this person was on this platform. Your demographic for your company fits that platform's demographic. So we're going to sell you all of their data for X amount of money. You get to do what you want with it. That's what's going to happen. It's happened in the past. It continues to happen.
It also happens without breaches because you're like it's happening right now as we speak without a data breach
exactly.
because you're giving your information over. I mean,
I don't understand what the issue is. The issue, of course, the issue is, but still,
yeah. I mean, the issue is the lack of security on one of the world's biggest, platforms, and the issue could arise if personal loss comes from it. I mean, if somebody's payment information is jeopardized, if one of the major streamers suffers an identity theft incident or other type of security breach, and they end up losing money because of it, then fuck yeah, Twitch can get sued. They will absolutely take them to court over a data misuse or mismanagement lawsuit. That happens all the time. And whoever the security team is at Twitch, and I'm sure that they're working their balls off to get things get the ship righted. But the moral of the story, or the end of the day, is like if somebody wants your info bad enough, they're gonna get it. It doesn't matter how
100%.
much. It doesn't matter how much you try, and the majority of your data and like your online profile and like presence has already been mapped 6 ways to Sunday. So it doesn't make a difference. But a data breach and like your online like profile is a little different just because of the different stuff that they're probably going to use it for. But yeah, for by and large, I mean, you're pretty right. I was just reading an article about like what happens like when you're talking about tacos or something like that and you get an ad for tacos on your phone. It's not that your phone is listening, it's because your phone is, I'm with Bob and we're talking about tacos and he's saying how, tacos at Qdoba makes his stomach hurt or something like that, and I'm like, okay, that's fair. And how he had just bought some Pepto-Bismol at CVS or something like that, and all of a sudden, when our two phones are close to each other, they're networking. They're pinging each other without having to do anything and saying, oh, Dom was close to Bob. Bob recently Googled CVS near me. Bob recently Googled Pepto-Bismol. Bob recently Googled, or Bob recently placed an online order on the Qdoba app or something like that. Guess who's going to get an ad in about 2 hours from Qdoba on Facebook? Me, because I was near you. So it's gonna map. Everything is like there's 90 billion different feelers out there. So yeah, I mean your phone is probably as good as listening to you, because it's listening in a way to everything you type in, everything you watch, everything you engage with. So when you turn off, like if you have a phone, like an iPhone, for example, like that can stop apps from tracking you, do it. Make sure they can't, because personalized ads is just another way of like, hey, can we use the fucking AI algorithm that we've built around your entire existence to better exploit you? But yeah, I didn't want this to turn into a giant digital security soapbox. But yeah, that's how that works. If by the way,
I genuinely think so everybody knows that 4chan is basically like the black hole of the internet, where all of the people that want to find the worst things and do the worst things, that it might as well be like the black market or whatever the fuck it's called. But that's what it is for the internet. And 4chan is where the sweaty basement dwelling hackers of the internet go, they reside, they share information with one another, and then if a dozen of them get together and say, "Hey, I didn't like what happened on Twitch 2 weeks ago. You know what we should do? We should try to break into their security system." You now have 12 people who are working, sweating at their desks for weeks on end, just trying to get into it. You're not going to stop it. You're who's stronger? 12 sweaty basement dwelling 4chan users or Twitch's security system?
Performer.
Exactly. It's always going to be them, because that's all they do. So I understand that these things are not ideal. I understand that these things can potentially put people at risk. There could be negative consequences to a lot of the shit that takes place. However, in the age of the internet, it's not going to stop.
All I hope
You put up a firewall, there's going to be people that knock it down.
Oh, yeah.
It's always going to happen.
easily too. I think you tweeted this today, Bob, or something along these lines. I'm willing to chalk this up as just like, a mistake. It happens. Only if Twitch comes out now and tells us why Dr. Disrespect was banned.
100%.
Call it
I
even.
promise you, if we took a fucking an international Twitch survey that said, would you care about this data breach if Twitch came forward and said why Dr. Disrespect was banned, everybody would mark it off no. We will forgive Twitch
Yeah.
for all of we'll give more data. Just tell us why the fuck he got banned.
that's
That
called
would be so funny.
that is called moving it out of the news cycle. That is just like, oh,
Exactly.
we're just gonna go, and we're gonna pass this one through into the toilet bowl and flush it because there's a new thing coming down the track, and that would immediately be right off of people's minds. Who knows?
This might be the time for them to do it then.
Yeah.
This might be the time to do it.
They're not going to. They're never
Yeah.
going to. We're never going
Damage
to figure out what
control.
it is.
Yeah,
We're
but
never
what
gonna
about
figure out it
what
is.
about in that leak? People somehow got a hold of all personal messages back and forth and emails and stuff like that, and they're
that's not-
currently going
yeah.
through all
That's not a bad
emails
idea.
right now, trying to figure it out on their own. And
That
then,
is that's a good fucking theory, actually. That's a good conspiracy theory to look into. Hey, Chris, I'm gonna give you credit for that one. That's a good one.
you never know, Bob. That's the thing, right? If they were able to get all this information, they can get fucking social security numbers and fucking tax forms and
Hold on,
passwords.
wait, quick question before you finish that. Can you spit out the bottle cap you're chewing on so you can actually formulate words?
Yes.
Thank you.
If they're able to get their hands on all that shit, what's stopping them from going a step further and getting like personal communication amongst people? There has to be some sort of folder or some sort of something with the people that are off the platform and reasons why, in case they ever get audited, especially now when Doc says he's going to fight it. There has to be some sort of folder on someone's computer prepping for a lawsuit. The files are there. Go get them. I gotta get.
Follow the money.
Do you guys have 4chan's number?
Hey, speaking about money,
Yeah,
Follow the
probably
money.
good pivot.
speaking of following the money, it's exactly what our boy Nickmercs did when he decided to re-sign with Twitch yesterday. The word on the street, per friend of the program, Jake Lucky, is that this is the single biggest deal between a content creator and a platform ever. We don't know the specifics of the deal. I believe Ninja's Facebook deal was like north of 40 mil.
Yeah, it was like 30 or 40.
So this is probably at least 50, because it's not like, it's not like fucking Jeopardy where you just go, all right, well, I'll give you 41 then. It's probably way more than that. Which means that we've got content creators that are signing fucking NBA contracts basically, and it's very likely a multi-year deal. There's no way that they're just gonna say, all right, for the next year, stream for us. Here's the bag. They want some longevity. They want some continued growth. They want some more development for the platform. And I wouldn't be surprised if Nick got a bigger seat at the table. Maybe gets shifted up a couple of chairs at Twitch so that he can has a say, in what happens there. So, wanted to hear you guys' perspective on it. Obviously, it's exciting for a lot of reasons. It's awesome to see that type of money being thrown around. We got to see him. He took his whole team to Vegas and got them all fat gold chains, which is basically the Nickmercs chain is basically the Rockefeller Records chain, but for gaming. I actually said this in a blog like a couple of weeks ago before those chains came out. I was like, listen, if they start handing out Rockefeller chains for esports orgs, then I'm gonna have to start getting back on my Hearthstone bullshit and get signed because I need a chain. And then Nickmercs turned around and was like, you know what? Say less, and is passing out, insane gold chains that look heavy.
Oh yeah, they got some weight to them.
That ain't no middle of the mall shit. He didn't get those fucking 5 for 10 at Players on his way down to the UFC meeting.
No, those are a couple G's each. He said on stream, I forget the exact number, but he was pretty much going over like how much he's gonna pay for these chains, or how much he's gonna pay for like a certain amount of people's chain, and it was a couple thousand definitely. But as for him signing with Twitch, it just makes sense. I'm not gonna lie and act like my mind wasn't pulled to YouTube for some reason. Just because they're making moves as it is now, and I mean they have more money to play with, I feel like, and give out because we're seeing all these huge deals now, and they don't really have too many giant exclusive streamers. They have like Valkyrie, Courage. They just got Tim. There's probably more that I'm like missing over, but like Doc doesn't have an exclusivity deal with them, I don't believe. Obviously still making good money there, but for some reason I thought he was gonna go there. But I started thinking more too, where him and Tim the Tapman shared viewers for the most part, right? Because like if Tim got off, you can go watch Nick. If Nick got off, you can go over and watch Tim. If you were a Nick viewer and Tim stream when Nick went on, you would jump over and vice versa. But it makes sense from a money standpoint. And if anything, I could shed a little light on something. It's not anything like that no one should know, but I want to let everyone that's listening to this know that Nick, his most recent exclusivity deal was in 2019 and it ended in 2021, which looks like he's signing 2-year deals. And if he's able to make more than any streamer ever has with a platform in another 2-year deal, that's a fuck ton of money per year.
Yeah,
that is a lot of money.
I think the Mixer deals were 3-year deals for Shroud and Ninja. I think it was what was it, like 40 million or something for Ninja and 20 million for Shroud.
Yeah.
And those were supposed to be 2-year deals, and they got out of those in 4 months.
And they cashed them out, yeah. And
the biggest heist of all time.
Literally. Yeah, I mean, this, like I said, this is NBA money. And there's probably a guaranteed portion of it. There's probably incentives. There's probably, hey, if you grow the platform, or like I would be shocked if Nickmercs didn't sign a clause that said if Twitch overall grows year over year X amount, you'll get an extra bonus. There's some incentive. I would be shocked if there wasn't some sort of incentive like that, or like, if your personal viewership grows XXX or whatever, or if you agree to stream at least 5 games of Amazon's choosing per year for X amount of days total, we'll offer you this. It's like an extra little.
They already have that system though. They already have the bounty system.
No, I know, but I'm saying like, but they have that, but they don't have that baked into every partner's contract, which is I'm saying like, hey, let's say you do 10 bounties or whatever, like something like that. They'll give him an incentive to continue to work with them. So, he can not only increase his own personal presence, but also help the platform grow as a whole. Because at the end of the day, that's what Twitch wants to do. Not that they're hemorrhaging talent by any means. Granted, they just lost a couple of big people, in the span of 6 months. But at the same time, they want to prevent anybody from doing that and say, listen, we're still the top dog on the block. We still have one of the biggest streamers, and now they're the highest paid streamer in the game. So, you know,
This could be you if
Yeah.
you stay around.
exactly.
The thing is, they had no leg to stand on. I feel like they had really no negotiating power unless they were just like totally, all right, cool, you can go if you want, which I didn't really see them being with one of the platform's biggest streamers. I think it's like top 3 or top 5, whatever. You don't really have much negotiating room to be like, yeah, like I get what you're saying there, but like we want you to do this for us per year. Because Nick could easily go back and be like, nope, all good. Like cut that down to 1 sponsored stream or 1 Amazon game per year. And they probably just had to say yes to everything. And Nick has a fucking team behind him. This
Yeah,
isn't
he's
his
got all the
first
leverage.
rodeo.
Yeah, he has all the leverage, especially with Tim, and especially knowing that they're close. There's no way that Nick didn't sit down with Google, didn't sit down
course he
with
did.
what's his
Fwiz.
name? With Fwiz. I always get him and Whips mixed up just because of the name. There's no way him and Fwiz didn't grab a beer, didn't grab a nice fancy dinner over in wherever the fuck Google HQ is, and talk about the future of YouTube gaming, lay out their roadmap, talk about here's what we're rolling out, here's what we're working with Tim on, like this can all be yours, you know, everything that the light touches, basically. And then he probably goes to Twitch and says, well, all right, so just sat down with Fwiz. He offered me 25 mil for 2 years. What do you guys got? And all right, we'll fucking double it because we just put a rocket in space like fucking 2 weeks ago. So, you know,
I love Nick.
he's
Don't
got
get me
all
wrong.
all the bargaining power in the world.
Yeah, I mean, he deserves it. And like I was saying, like he has a team behind him. It's not like he's going to this table alone. He's probably lawyered the fuck up, head to toe, sitting down at this table, going over everything, and like literally sits down, going, "Okay, I'm not telling you what I want. How much do you want me to stay on the platform?
Yeah.
Go." That boardroom must have been like you could hear a pin drop in there. Just to be a fly on the wall experience at that. But yeah, no, giant deal. Nickmercs staying with Twitch. The video was kind of cool. I thought it was gonna be something like super elaborate, but I feel like Twitch doesn't really do that. But it was pretty dope to see.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, like the little like cinematic thing that he did, I thought that was neat. There was a little couple jabs at Facebook and YouTube in there. I thought that was interesting.
It just goes to show how like airtight he has shit in his operation, where like there wasn't a word that got out about it. There wasn't a word that got
There
out
was
about
the
it.
opposite. There was disinformation campaigns going out there.
Well,
I mean, from Tim the Tapman's thumbnail that day where he's playing with Nick, you know, to everything else, you know, all these other people tweeting it out like in advance that this was happening. I mean, he had us fooled. We were tweeting like, "Oh, well, where's he gonna go? Like, where's he gonna go? Like, is he gonna go anywhere?" So
I was definitely being that guy to get the impressions up because I thought he was actually going there.
yeah, that was you know, if I was a betting man, and somebody was like, "All right, you know, what's it gonna be?" You know, Twitch or YouTube money line, I would have been like, I mean, it's got to be YouTube minus 100.
Yeah, I would have sprinkled a little on the spread for Twitch, but I would have
Yeah.
took YouTube gaming money line. But I do, I don't want to say no, because of course you don't know, but YouTube is still going to be pulling some big people, probably this year.
When was the last time XQC renewed his exclusivity?
He never really came out and said when it was. He didn't do any announcement or anything.
Right.
He's not leaving.
I don't think he is either, but I can only imagine that his has to be fucking huge.
Oh
I
yeah,
can
he's
only
killing
imagine his is gigantic. I would expect that he would never want to leave Twitch, but still, like his has to be, I would argue, Ninja Shroud levels.
Very close, I would say. And he genuinely loves doing it. The guy streams like
Yeah.
fucking 500 hours a month. It's just
Yeah,
like
it's
he
fucking
just
Yeah,
loves
he's a
doing
gamer.
it. He's not getting up. He's not doing anything. He was banned for like the 80th time and got banned for like 2 hours. He's not going anywhere.
So then who? Okay, if you're saying this won't be the last time that we have to worry or question who's going to YouTube, who else should we be keeping an eye on?
I would say people that we're not really looking at. Like I could see some people from like OTK going over there, like the Asmans or the Miskivs. I could see someone getting up and going from that side of things. I could
What was the content creation house with Scara?
OTV, offline TV.
OTV, yeah.
I could see
OTV.
like Pokey going or something like that. But that
Nah,
would
she
be a
was just poking some
gigantic
fun
deal.
at YouTube gaming earlier today, wasn't she?
Yeah, she said they have 3.5 streamers over there.
Who's the half?
Probably Tim's other half. He's 1.5 people.
I see.
Oh.
Oh wow, fat joke at Tim. Wow,
Wow.
article coming out.
Yep. It's coming.
Did Pokimane just call Tim the Tap Man fat?
Is Pokimane fat shaming Tim the Tap Man?
I'll write that tonight.
Jesus Christ.
That'll be a hilarious article.
Please, that'll get fucking picked up by somebody and they'll take it way too seriously, and then
I know, and it'll be fucking hilarious when I start getting calls and emails saying, "Hey, could you comment on this article?" And I say, "Yeah." As a fat man in this country with a beard who's balding rapidly, I took great offense to what Pokimane said.
I took it
article.
as there was like a if did she say 3.5? I thought she said like 3.
3.5, she said.
Yeah, so the half was probably like somebody who's maybe it was somebody who's short. Maybe I'll write an article.
Wow.
Yeah, let's stop queuing these up.
Oh, the the Pokimane, controversial statement. That's just we'll just today in who's gonna get mad about anything today? It's me. So use the half there. Is she implying that Jack Courage Dunlop is too short to be considered a full streamer? My column.
That'd be so funny. I think we can get away with writing something like that. Just make it fun.
How tall
a
is
little
Courage?
light. Probably like 5'8", if I had to guess.
Wow. Haven't been there.
5'9".
I don't know,
5'9". He's under 6 feet, so you know how that is on Twitter. Like, you might as well be fucking the size of an ant.
It's so true.
Unreal. But yeah, speaking of all these streamers and drama and stuff like that, I actually had a game that I wanted to play. If you guys want to play a little game. You guys want to play a game?
Let's do it.
It's not Zoltan Bob's Guess My Game. It's not Zoltan Dom's Guess My Game. But I wanted to do a little fantasy org draft. We've done snake drafts before, but I wanted to kind of like level it up a little bit and imagine yourself as a CEO of a new gaming org. You have a sponsor. You want to pick your sponsor as well, but you just assume that your sponsor gave you like the unlimited bag, and to go out and get anybody you want to be a part of the org.
Okay.
And we can and so we're gonna treat this like fantasy football where there's different positions. So 3 people, just general content creation. 2 people in a competitive slot, and they could be coaches, players, whatever. Like, and we could say for the sake of the argument, whoever you're picking up is either heading up the competitive side for what their main game is, or they're playing it. So it doesn't have to be.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing competitive as like one. You're picking 2 people on your team that are against each other.
No. So like 2 athletes, 3 content creators, 2 amateurs, which could basically be and a flex for anybody. So that's what I've got, and then who your sponsor is as well. So 3 content, 2 competitive, 2 amateurs, and a flex, and a sponsor. So Chris, I'll let you go first, and I'll keep track of the draft order. We'll go Chris, Bob, me, and then we'll go back around.
Are we doing? So we're doing one at a time.
Yep, one at a time, and then you can't pick the same people that anybody else picked.
So what are we starting with? Or can we
Doesn't
just
matter.
pick out
Fill a slot. Yeah, fill it just like fantasy football. Draft whatever positions you feel like are most important to your org. And let me know what your sponsor is a slot as well. So yeah, Chris, go for it.
I'm gonna go flex right off the rip. I'm gonna go Matthew Nadeshot Haig.
Okay. Love that.
Competition wise, I'm gonna pull Tyler 1.
Ooh. Like that?
Because he is arguably the most competitive person on the internet.
Love that. For me, I'm going to start off in the content space and pick up Valkyrie.
Ooh,
Okay.
That's a good one. I like that.
Chris, back to you.
I'm gonna go content as well, and I'm gonna go Nickmercs.
Ooh.
I'm gonna finish up my competitive scene, and I'm gonna go Doc. Because the tandem duo of Doc and Tyler 1 on the same stage together at any given point. One of them is 6'9", and then the other one is 4'11", and I think it would make for a lot of views.
Dynamic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, the way they fucking go back, they used to go back and forth at each other was fucking hilarious.
All right. So that brings it back to me, right? We just
Yes.
had.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go with for the competitive side. Ooh, tough one. I'm gonna go with Limit Maximum, who is the head of Complexity Limit for their MMO arm, who's arguably one of the greatest MMO minds out there. Big fan, and I think he would be an asset to any sort of competitive team that we were fielding that was in the RPG space, which y'all know me, still the same OG, but I've been low key.
Nice.
All right, Chris, you've got Nickmercs and Nade Shot. What's next?
I'm gonna go a competitive player on this one. I'm gonna go with the young god Tens.
Ooh,
It's a good one.
All right.
The future of FPS, basically.
Yep.
All right. Bob.
Content creation wise, I think I have to go with Shroud. You could slot. I mean, you could honestly probably put him in flex because he could do just about. He could play anything he wants. Actually, yes, Shroud is going to be my flex
I like that.
because he could play whatever he wants. It doesn't matter what he's playing. People are going to watch him, and if he wants to come out of retirement, he can. Shroud is my flex.
Love that. I'm actually gonna pick up Ninja to throw in the flex. I think
I like
that's
that.
for the exact same.
Good answer. Good answer.
Another good one.
It's a
Another
good
good one.
answer. For that exact same reason, he could take on a mentorship role. He could be, in the competitive scene. Toxic Ninja, throw him in there. I want to see him rubbing elbows with younger and older talent. And I think he could bring some great industry perspective to this new org. So, Chris, back to you.
I'm gonna go back to content, and on this one, I'm going with someone who showed a lot of promise and a lot of ability to get in the headlines, but she puts in the hours. I'm signing Amaranth to my content team.
That's a great one.
Wow!
Great pick.
Wow! That might be the steal of the draft.
Great pick.
That might be I'm surprised she fell this low. Honestly.
Wow.
Wow.
Was that 4th round? Jeez.
That's a steal of the draft right there. She gets picked 11th overall. That's crazy.
She fell.
She fell. I mean, that's wow. What a pickup. All right, Bob, it's you. You've got 3 open content spots, 2 open amateur spots, and a sponsor spot.
I don't know if she streams on Twitch, but Gab Smolder streams. I think she streams on YouTube. Makes a shit ton of horror content, and yeah, that I want a good, down to the core horror content creator on my team.
Okay.
It's
Gab
spooky
Smolder.
season. You got to have one.
It is spooky season. Absolutely. Let's see. Content side, amateur side, sponsor. I'm gonna pick up a sponsor because I can't decide right now. I'm gonna go with Miller Lite for the sponsor. They're tried and true, and they've already got their feelers out in the gaming space. And I really, also want them to sponsor this podcast. So yeah, this will be the team will our flagship sponsor will be Miller Lite.
Okay, I got a question.
Yeah.
So on the second one, not second one, I'm sorry, like the esports side of things, that's strictly coaches, players, and
I mean, you could kind of like flavor it whatever. Like Tyler One and Doc aren't like team, or like Doc's not like on a team, but he's still like a
Right.
very competitive, guy, like a competitively geared content creator.
The way that I put it was, have you ever watched Doc, Tyler One, Shroud, all of them playing the Twitch Rivals shit?
yeah.
Like that's how I put it.
Okay.
Or
So
like all the old PUBG events that they used to have where they flew everybody in.
So I'm going to go with someone who's going to be on the esports side of things at my organization. He won't be a player. He won't be a coach. He's kind of a coach, but he's more of a mentor. I'm going Hector Rodriguez.
Ooh, that's a big one. That's a big one. I'm surprised he fell this far too.
Content creation wise, arguably one of the most versatile in the industry. I'm gonna go with Markiplier.
Ooh, it's a good one.
Shit.
Very good one.
All right. All right. I am going to go with arguably the smartest and most well-rounded content creator out there, and
Hello. Hey, thank you.
and the holder of the world record in Dr. Robotnik's Big Bean Burrito video game donkey.
Ah, yes.
I knew that was coming after Bob said Markiplier. I knew it.
I like was thinking only Twitch from Twitch and YouTube gaming, but I'm trying to like think outside the box here. So yeah, Donkey is coming to the Miller Lite Pogger compound, and and yeah, that's where that's happening. So Chris,
Hey, can I just trade you the rest of my team for Donkey?
I'll think about it. I'll let you know if he's on the block. Chris, you've got content. You have one content spot open, 2 amateurs, and 1 sponsor open.
Shit.
We're in the late rounds.
Shit. Sponsor, I'm gonna go Bud Light.
Ooh, okay. Love it.
I'm trying to think of who else to fill out for content creation. Nah, I'm gonna drop the I'm gonna drop the amateurs. Actually, no, I'm not. I think the last content creator I want, like primary content creator, is Moon Moon. I think the
Ooh,
audience that he crafted is like our age, but all with the mindset of fucking high schoolers still. And I want that as my demographic.
Okay.
Okay, I dig that. Bit of a homer pick, but I like it. Let's see. For me, I'm gonna round out the content creation side as well. I'm gonna go with Pokimane. Some good female representation. We've got her and Valkyrie on the same org. Great role models. She's not gonna find her on YouTube Gaming, but you'll find her at the Miller Lite Pogger compound. So, yeah, that's me. Chris, you got 2 amateur slots and 1 content creator slot.
Amateur slots throw me off.
Imagine
I mean, it could literally be
same
anybody
room.
in the world.
Imagine being in the same room as Donkey and then anybody else on your team.
That's what I'm saying. See, the content is just fucking. Imagine, just him and Valkyrie talking about their favorite Logan Paul moments or something like that. Unbelievable.
Okay, I'm gonna go amateur. Someone who's not in this industry, and I'm considering them an amateur. I'm gonna go with Bill Belichick, the New England Patriots.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you're gonna have to redo that one.
Wait, what?
He's an amateur. He's not around, but he's in the locker room. He knows how to win. He's gonna be able to coach, make the right moves. Even though he's not making the right moves, but whatever.
Wouldn't that be a coaching slot that you already have filled?
You want me to do it again?
No, I like it. No, leave it.
What?
I mean, he's not a.
You should have
Okay,
one.
all right, fine. I want Mr. Manhattan on my team. Well, okay, what the fuck now?
That's a dumbass pick. That's a dumbass pick.
Great. I'm gonna round up my team with Spider-Man. What the fuck else? Where are we going with this?
That's a good pick, dude. You should have took him.
Spider-Man. You should. All right, yeah, do another one. I'm talking about
Shit. I need to switch things up for my content creators. I need something different in there. I have normal FPS. I have everything. Last pick. I'm gonna go with.
You have 1 content slot and 2 amateurs.
Yeah. All right. For content, I am going to go with I'm gonna go with XQC.
Love that.
It's a
That's another-
guaranteed 60,000 teenagers watching you at all times.
Yeah, no, but he puts in the hours. You know, we're gonna be online
True.
at all times.
It's true.
And he plays whatever he wants. Amaranth does whatever she wants. Nick plays like a select few games, has very good connections. A lot of juices in the chat.
For my flex one, or my amateur rather, amateur one, I am gonna go with Tomato. Not many people know who Tomato is. Great streamer on Twitch, plays a wide variety of video games, and I think he's arguably one of the most underrated and one of the funniest people I watch.
I like it. Good answer. Good answer.
Good answer. Good answer. All right. Amateur slot. Let's see. This is tough. This is tough. I mean, you know, it's definitely, it's a tough. I mean, I really did want to pick Spider-Man, but you know, he's not real. So, Bill Belichick is real.
Who's to say? Who's to
I
say?
mean, yeah, true. Amateur. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Vambi. Vambi brought us brought us a softball championship. So you know he's already brought WGG its first major. You know, and I'm looking forward to him doing the same thing for the Papa Dom organization sponsored by Miller Lite.
Well, he also took a year off of streaming because it was nice out.
Okay. All right. Well, listen. I mean, he's gonna have great mentors in Valkyrie, Pokimane, Donkey, Maximum, Tight. Oh wait, I have a competitive slot open. I wrote it down because I know who I want, but I didn't even cover that. But yeah, I picked Vambi, so you guys already picked your competitive people anyway, so I'm not worried about it. But I forgot that I had one open.
It's my turn. I'm gonna go amateur, and it's gonna be Sally as a dog. Going Sally as a dog as my amateur.
Love that. Love that. Bob, you got an amateur spot and a sponsor spot.
Do we consider S-Fans to be an amateur? I don't think so.
I wouldn't.
Okay. What about Flom?
I would.
I would say anybody
side.
anybody who's like a major, you know, content creator or like beefy Twitch partner.
I think Flom would fly them.
I want
He's
Flom.
not an amateur, but like
Yeah,
he's smaller.
I mean, technically he's not an amateur, but a smaller streamer. I would like Flom on my team. I like everything Flom does.
Cool. My second amateur, I'm gonna go with Stan Man.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
Amateur Man 34. You're all you got left is one more amateur spot, Chris.
To wrap up my amateurs, I'm gonna go with someone who's gone very, very viral and made a very well-known name for himself off the back of TikTok.
Please, for the love of God, take the bottle cap out of your mouth.
You sound like my grandma.
Chris, this is a podcast. People need to listen to this.
Yeah, but it helps me think. For my second amateur spot, I'm gonna go with Jordy 2D.
Oh,
Very good one.
true. Cool, Bob. All you got left is your sponsor. Who's bankrolling this organization?
Trojan condoms.
That was a good one. I was actually thinking of that.
Love that. Love that. And for my competitive spot, I'm going to go with Tice from G2, who is the best Hearthstone player in the world. Looking forward to continuing to see what he does. Hopefully we can get him to branch out in a couple more things, but he is an absolute mastermind when it comes to card games. So Tice is my boy. Cool. All right, so we've got...
you know what we should have done? We should have done an actual draft up on the fucking screen.
We'll do. I have them written down. So hold on, let me. I'll put up the big board, really quick. I probably just should have been typing them in live, but you know how it is. It's every day.
It's every day, bro.
It really is every day, bro.
It's every day, bro. It really is. Jake Paul, best rapper of all time.
Probably, honestly. I mean, there's really.
I will be drafting in the first round Logan Paul.
I will be taking the Nelk Boys first round.
All of
right.
them. Every one of them.
It's a loophole.
All right.
Hey, we're trying to loophole the Game Awards this year.
Yeah, I mean, we are. It's very true. Hold on one second. I'm gonna put it up on the screen.
Steve makes a good point. We should do this in the studio.
Yeah, the draft from Chappelle's show when they picked the entire Wu-Tang Clan. I mean,
We should We should put up a whiteboard on one of the walls and just do a fucking full draft.
I know. I've been telling you guys I wanted to do more like games on the show, so I'm totally down for that. Hold on. Let me put the big board up.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about the fucking turmoil in the locker room on my team.
You got to think about team composition.
Yeah.
It's
gotta think about
fucked. You
team
get 8-shot
composition.
and Nickmercs hate each other.
See? I mean,
Fuck.
use your fucking head. You're too busy chewing on bottle caps. Hold on, let me show you the let me show you guys the hold on one second.
I can't believe Chris tried to pick Bill Belichick.
Right?
Well, John kind of threw me off. He was like, anyone. I was like,
Dude, you were just there were names running through your head. Random names running through your head. And you
oh yeah,
just-
I almost said the guy at the local deli. I was just...
Yano.
yeah, no, yeah.
He could have been in your amateur spot. Can you guys see that okay, or is that too small?
Nah, that's fine.
That's it.
All right, fantasy org draft results are in. Right here, boom. I don't know if I spelled Gab Smolder right, but I just
You did.
sounded it out. So yeah, you guys let us know in the chat who you think won the draft. Who was the biggest steals? You know, the biggest maybe who went a little too high. I don't know. I think Chris might have had the steal of the draft with Amaranth at like the 11th overall pick.
Yeah, that was a huge one.
That was a huge get. You know, great to have the beaches and hot tubs and fishing pond representation in there.
When Dom's trying to put some words in, he goes like, blah, 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 like just like grunts a little bit.
I like when you're trying to put words together and you have to chew on inanimate objects because you're a fucking child.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm missing teeth. I have broken teeth. I have bad habits in this life. Live fast, die young, chew on bottle caps. All right, what else have we got?
That's all we got. But yeah, we've got the org draft all set here. I'm gonna post this on Twitter as well, and we can let everybody, we can let other people decide who won the draft. Maybe I'll put this into like a little sheet with like colors and stuff, so it actually looks like a draft board. But yeah, we'll do more stuff like this. I think this is fun and it switches things up.
that's fun.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like my org is very well rounded here. I got some big names in there. You know, we rounded it out with Vanby. You know, he's gonna get his ass whipped into gear by, you know, Ninja. I'm putting them in a room together for 3 days, and you know, Ninja's gonna come out with 6 tattoos and a
crippling weed addiction.
Yeah, and a fucking baseball bat of a joint in his mouth.
Yeah, I'd like to think that, you know, Vanby's not going to get more like Ninja. Ninja will get more like Vanby, you know? He'll grow the facial hair, grow a little chin patch, facial hair out, you know? Shout out weed. So,
Sick 420.
you know? But yeah, that's all we got. You guys want to listen to some voicemails?
Yes, sir.
All right, 617-701-7678. That's the WDG Internet Dad's Lost line. Make sure you listen to the show because you can hear your voice on it if you leave us a voicemail. Oh my god, isn't that so great? 1 second, let me get my first caller here. I think I have my voice gate down too low, so I don't know what to do about this, but let's just see if you guys can hear it.
Literally turn it off in your Discord settings just for this.
Let me see if I can like do it on my laptop so I don't have to like show everybody my Discord menu while I tune away.
That's a podcast. They can listen to it later.
True.
Which you should be doing, even if you're here now. Listen
Very true.
again.
Very true.
That's true. That's pretty true. That's true.
It is true.
It's pretty true. It's
Big
pretty
true.
true.
Big
It's true. Yeah, it's pretty true.
Noise suppression off. All right, here we go. Let's see if you guys can hear it.
Oh, what is up, WGG fam and WGG founding fathers? It's your boy JB Genesis calling in with another weekly voicemail. I hope everyone is having a wonderful month of October so far. Getting into the spooky season.
Absolutely nothing.
Maybe it didn't. All right, guess what? You guys. Are
It just sounded like mumbles. That's all it was.
Hold on.
I'll turn that bar down, the green one.
There we go. Let's see if that works.
Oh, what is up, WGG fam and WGG founding fathers? It's your boy JB Genesis calling in with another weekly voicemail. I hope everyone is having a wonderful month of October so far, getting into the spooky season. My question for you guys this week is, what is a dynamic that you want to see implemented in New World? We've all been playing New World out the ass, obviously. I was talking to Bob earlier. I would really like to see some dual wielding aspects. I would really love to be able to dual hatchets. That'd be so cool. Let me know, guys. Much love as always. Peace.
I would like to see.
Great question.
That is a great question. Thanks for the voicemail. I would like to see mounts. That is
Yup.
all.
I second that. That's like been my only thing. I fucking run 25 minutes everything. I need a little mount. I know like the fast travel points are getting better as you discover them, but I want a mount. Give me a horse or something.
So yeah, JB and I had this discussion in depth. I think it was yesterday or earlier. I don't fucking remember. I think it was yesterday. But yeah, I fully see instead of like, you know how WoW came forward and was like, oh, here's the gnome engineering class or whatever the fuck it was, or like the mechnomancer or something like that. I fully anticipate New World coming out with like, hey, we're now releasing dual daggers and it's going to be a rogue play style because there's no classes established in the game. You just build around your weapon. So I fully expect to see like dual daggers come out. There's going to be a rogue class that's set up around them. And I wouldn't be surprised if dual wielding comes in the future. Like, if why not be able to dual wield single hand weapons? You know what I'm saying? Especially if the sword and shield is the only, like the long sword is the only one-handed weapon that you could utilize a sword with. Like, you can't use a shield with the hatchet.
Yeah, it like makes
You
no
know what I'm saying?
that kind of like makes no sense to me why you can't do that.
Yeah. I also so this is what I envision in the future. I think they'll do what WoW has and create underwater establishments that you could actually traverse to
Yeah.
and put fucking swimming in the game because the whole walking until you drown thing is dumb.
That's not working. You just walk.
No, yeah, it's dumb. Swimming. Put swimming in the fucking game.
Yeah, I'm totally with that. And yeah, I mean, Steve said it's too early for mounts. Yeah, I definitely agree. It's too early for it now. I just want them to be added. I don't care when, but this whole like no mounts ever thing is kind of for the birds. So I do really enjoy like soaking up all that the game has to offer because there's so much beautiful scenery and stuff like that and atmosphere. But yeah, put some fucking mounts in the game. Anyway, next and last voicemail. Here we go.
Hello, guys. It's Dickie here for We Degenerates. And, you guys are looking fantastic as per usual. And got a little, I guess not even hypothetical, but you got a question. Do you guys have any, hidden talents or, any weird things you do well that not many other people would know about? I don't know. Just kind of curious. Anyways, love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Literally the best podcast. Can't wait to see the nominations go through for the awards here coming up. And, I couldn't be more proud and just, honored to walk my way to the ballot station and cast my vote. So, love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Peace!
Thank you, Tiggy.
Love
Thank
the
you, Tig.
energy.
Love it as
Very
always.
kind.
Hidden talent. I'm really good at officiating weddings. It's my hidden talent.
Bob, can you go?
Yeah. I don't want to sound full of myself, and I know, Chris, you're probably going to say something afterwards,
Probably.
but like, I am a relatively intelligent human being. I am good at math. I am very good at math. I'm very good at science. I'm very good at my job, my day job. Um, so I'm a physicist and I'm good at what I do. And I like to pride myself on being intelligent in my field. Even though 9 times out of 10, I talk down about myself and I say I'm a fucking moron and I'm the department idiot. But I am, when I think about it, I am a pretty intelligent person.
My hidden talent, I could do this cool thing with my eyes. They shake back and forth really quick. I'll hold it up to the camera. I don't know if you'll be able to see it though, because lighting and shit. Don't know if that did anything, but it didn't. I
No.
just look like a fucking moron.
Yeah.
They're shaking, I promise. Yeah, that's my cool fucking talent. I'm good at undercooking chicken and I can shake my eyes.
I am also very good at undercooking chicken, but I've thrown that aside. No, I'm great at cooking chicken. I'm great at undercooking pork.
Yeah,
That's
but
that's all.
mine.
I really do worry about you guys and your nutrition all the time. Thanks for the voicemail. Appreciate it. And if you want to leave a voicemail and have us listen to your shit live on the show, it's very easy to do that. You just give us a call at 617-701-7678. How about we land that train, boys? Chris, what do you got?
We have one review on iTunes. It comes from Gabs. Title is the only gaming podcast I listen to. The description is, and it is 5 stars. I don't think I need to expand much from the title besides an amazing community, entertaining topics, and the best host. Don't think you could really ask for more. Thank you, Gabs. But that's all I got. Please leave us a 5-star review on iTunes if you do enjoy the show. It really helps us in the rankings, and I never ask you. That's like my one and only job in here, besides show up, and I haven't done it in like a year and a half, so please do it.
Bert.
MC Mike Drop left a comment on the YouTube, and that is youtube.com/wickedgaming. Subscribe, like, go to youtube.com/wickedgaming. Do all of those things, and then click on channels and subscribe and comment at Wicked Good Gaming Shorts. Also, big shout out to everybody who is, helping to support us and promote us in the Game Awards future class endeavor that kind of popped up out of nowhere on our Twitter feed. And I was like, hey, this is a pretty interesting thing. Like, we like to support our friends in the industry that are on the come up. I know Cog from the Iron Lords has been nominated a bunch, and I would love to see him get it as well. But I also very much appreciate everybody that's putting in for us, because I think that would be one of the coolest things for us in our entire career. We've been doing this for a long time. We've been doing it for the love of the game, and we appreciate everybody putting in for us. And and if you vote for us, it'll really upset me, and I'll get really mad. And I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably
Wouldn't
punch
rip a
wall.
shirt, would you?
Maybe I'd rip a shirt. I don't know. I couldn't tell you the bounds of my fury if you were to vote for us. So don't vote for us.
Oh no, that means you guys shouldn't, so Bob can get angry.
Don't fucking do it.
Vote.
Don't.
We really don't like it when he gets angry, so please don't do that, because he'll get so mad.
I'll get so mad.
You know us. We don't like to get a rise out of Bob ever.
Don't fucking do it.
And I'm about to put in the chat right now the link to it. So if you're in here and you do enjoy what we do, please do it.
Chris,
it'd be really, really cool for us.
Stop. They're going to click the link and then they're going to vote for us, and I'm going to get mad. I'm getting mad right now thinking about it.
Good. I can't find it. How long ago was this?
So, Yeah, as far as, for me, same exact thing. Please do go vote for us in that future class for the Game Awards. It's a pinned tweet on our Twitter, which is at Wicked Good Games. You can vote for us. There's 50 slots. There's 50 people that can get in. We would like to be 3 of them. I'm assuming that's probably going to be on an individual basis. So we would like to be 3, or at least considered 1 as an entity. So yeah, throw a vote for Cog in there as well. There are very few guys who work harder in this industry than he does. Especially, he's been on his grind for so long, and I can't think of anybody more deserving. If it can't be us, I'd want it to be him and the Iron Lords guys. So
100%. Yeah.
Seriously, one of the best dudes out there, one of the most genuine and solid guys I've ever met in my life. So go vote for Cog as well. Throw him in there. But,
Fiona is asking, what does it mean if we get in? It's like so during the showcase of the Game Awards, they do a big collective. This is the future class of gaming for 2021. And it's basically highlighting and celebrating the next generation of people to come to the forefront of the video game industry. And it's not something that we necessarily need or something that we necessarily want. But hey, I think it would be a cool thing for us, if that were to happen. So it'd be nice to put in the face of companies and be like, hey, remember us?
Suck our
Fuckface?
dicks.
Remember us, fuckface, when you said no? Guess what? I'm going to lean forward and then I'm going to tuck my dick and balls between my legs and you're going to get down there and you're going to take a whiff.
I hope that they play this clip when we're accepting our award on stage.
We'll just say it again on stage.
I'll say it.
Exactly.
You don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Hey, X company, remember me, motherfucker? Drop the mic and walk off.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I just tweeted out a picture of I just punched up a quick spreadsheet of the fantasy org draft so that you guys can all take a look at it and let us know who you think had the best team. But yeah, thanks everybody. Boston Brad said, I left a podcast review on my burner. Crazy Good Kitchen GM.
GM, you just started.
Oh,
gotta work your way up, bud.
Yeah. That stands for general maintenance.
No, it stands for good morning because you have to show up at 4 a.m. and take the trash out.
Garbage man is what that stands for. Oh, shit. All right. Well, hey, everybody, thank you so much for listening. As always, we really appreciate you. We love you very much. This has been episode 253 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. We appreciate you joining us. As always, leave us a voicemail, leave us a review, do all that stuff. And please go vote for us in that the Game Awards future class so that we can buy some really nice suits and show up to the Game Awards and rush the stage when we don't end up winning, just like ODB at the Grammys. But yeah, so we really appreciate you all. Thank you so much for listening. We love you, and we'll see you next week.